Shalom. Giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Barakathum to you, hopefully elect out there. It's just through the Spirit. I just wanted to press record. Just to basically just, give some admonishment. Being that we're in a time now more than ever where we got to be on our P's and Q's, and as some like to say, we got to keep our head on a swivel, because things are about to get real strange out here. There's about to be a lot of strange activity out here. You got the one show on Netflix called Stranger Things. Well, it's about to be real life, Stranger Things in real life. And again, the inspiration was I was watching different, a compilation of just different videos, brothers' videos, and news articles and things of that nature. Um, and like I said, it just inspired me to just press record, and speak on a few things and just bring out some precepts, because again, it's about to get real strange out here. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this in Isaiah chapter, because the scriptures talk about how the Lord, He's not going to withhold His word anymore. To roughly paraphrase, He's not going to hold back on what He said He was going to do. He's not going to hold back anymore. So being that there's a lot of anticipation in the air. A lot of us, we feel that something's going to go down right here. And being that our Father, man, He's not a power to lie. And again, because Lord willing, we're in a time where He's going to perform that which He said He was going to do. You see. So with that, I'm going to get this in Isaiah 28. Just bear with me real quick. I haven't brought this out. I haven't gone over this in a minute. Isaiah 28 verse 21, it says, "For the Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perazim, he shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that He may do His work, His strange work, and bring to pass His act, His strange act." All right. So as I often say, America's about to be the worst rated R movie of all time. And we touched on this past Saturday at the camp, how eventually we're going to go from reading these things to speaking it, to eventually living it. It's going to be a reality. So these things that we speak about, man, it's not going to be, eventually it's going to come to a point where it's not going to be rumors anymore. We're going to be living it. All right. Like I said, stranger things in real life, Yahweh Shai, and the scriptures talk about how there's things that's not even written in the book that the Lord's going to bring to America. All right. Babylon the Great. So you see, the Lord, He's getting ready to do His work. Like I said, His strange work, and bring to pass His act, His strange act. You see, so it's about to get crazy out here. It's about to get real crazy out here. And mainly because right now, you got this thing with and you see, because you can't put anything past these devils, as I say time in, time out. Though people may take it as a joke, they may sweep it under the rug or whatever. They may say whatever, or whatever the case may be. But this is something that even Esau, he's got with the CDC websites and the WHO websites and stuff like that, man. How they have things in regards to a zombie preparedness. All right, basically preparing for zombie outbreaks and stuff like that. Like I said, this may sound like a joke to a lot of people, but like I said, this is something that Esau even puts out there, you know. And when we use that term zombie, we're not talking about getting bitten and you're dead and then you eventually come back to life, like they show in the movies and the TVs and stuff like that. And that's not what we're talking about. But basically, cannibalism, which is something that has been taught start from the top for many years. Cannibalism is coming back in a very major and dramatic way. All right, because going to this incident with out there, I think it was Cleveland, where you had this guy, basically maul. He's basically chewing on. I think they said it was an older man, an older gentleman, an elderly. All right, they basically said that they had to. I think they said the cops came and they had to get him off him. Because this man, he was chewing on this elderly man to the point where they could see his skull. They just said that he ate his ears off, some stuff like that, man. You see, which again, going back to what I was saying, because they're calling this basically, someone saying this isn't a quote unquote zombie attack, all right? But nevertheless, it's just cannibalism, which, like I said, we've been talking about that start from the top. Cannibalism is coming back in a major way, whether it be through the famine, all right, because it's going to get so bad out here, as far as there not being any food and people starving to death, that's going to cause people to cannibalize and eat one another, or whether it be if the Lord just puts a the spirit on you to where you just bugged out and that's going to be some people's judgment. They're going to get eaten. It's one thing to get eaten by animals or whatnot, which that's part of the judgments that the Lord has in store for this place. But that's another thing to get eaten by another human being, man. And you see, because I believe they were saying with this guy that was chewing on this elderly man, I think they were saying he was sprung out on maybe drugs and alcohol had something to do with it. Listen, again, for another human being to eat another human being, desire the another human being's flesh. That's a spirit, man. All right, those are spirits. You see, I've never smoked a day in my life, but I'm sure there's no amount to smoking or drinking that gets you to a point where you desire human flesh. I don't think that's not it. Because again, they say by the time they came to the spot, they had to get this man off him. He was still chewing the man. He was still chewing on the man. He was still chewing on the man. You see? So that's just one of many things. Like I said, I was watching just a bunch of compilation of things, and again, man, because it's going to get real. It's going to get crazy out here. It's going to get real strange. And that's not to mention this silent epidemic that's no one's really talking about all these people are collapsing suddenly. Because that's another thing. Start from the top. We've been telling people, hey, be prepared to see mass death. All right, bodies are going to start dropping to the point where it's just going to be, the scriptures say, bodies from one end of the earth to the other. Right. I'm gonna get this, and it's funny because we were talking about this on this past Saturday at the camp before we started rolling. How, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Because you think that this guy, George Floyd, with the knee in his neck, crying out for his mama, you think that was bad. Hey, listen, which I'm about to get it, but in that day, man, you're gonna have grown men crying like women, man. And we was talking about this because um, you might uh, uh, be doing whatever, and you might be hearing some screams behind the bushes or something. You might think it's a woman getting raped. Come to find out, it's a whole man. It's a grown man getting raped, man, getting ravished. You see, because men are going to be travailing like women. Men are going to be travailing like women in that day. You see? Just bear with me as I look for this. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. It says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child." Now, obviously, men don't get pregnant, all right? But to show you the seriousness of how bad, how crazy it's going to be in that day, right? Men are going to be, I'm read it again. It says, "Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into painless." Right? Because, hey, Yahweh Shemashah is getting ready to bring a great fear on this earth, especially here in America, that has never been witnessed before, man. Some stuff that we've never seen before. Like I mentioned, how the scriptures talk about, there's said things that the Lord has in store for America that's not even written in the scriptures, man. You see, how about Shemashah is getting ready to bring a great level of fear. That's why, like I said, it said, "And all faces turn into paleness." That's fear, man. To the point where some people, with some of these things that the Lord is going to bring out here, man, some people they're not going to be able to withstand it. Their heart is literally just going to stop beating. They're just going to give up the spirit because of how bad it's going to get. You know. Bear with me real quick. Real quick. Because, again, men having their hands on their loins, right? Like women, right? Huh. No, that's not it. That's not it. But I'm going to read that one more time in Jeremiah. And you see, man, this is why, hey, one thing, we got to be, we definitely, because for one thing, we got to be praying every day. One of the things that we got to be praying for is that, hey, the Lord, man, hey, we're praying that the Lord spares us, the Lord shows us mercy, because it's going to get bad out here, man. It's going to get scary, real scary, As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to this. In Isaiah, because I was going to mention, like I was saying, we got to be praying every day. But I encourage, send some encouragement out there. One of the prayers that we should be incorporating is the Our Father's prayer, man, because we want to be kept from that hour of temptation. We want to be protected. We want to be preserved. Because without the Spirit of the Lord being with us, when we're simply just not going to make it out here. We're simply not going to make it. So, I'm going to get this in Isaiah, if I can find it. Isaiah 26. And Isaiah 26:3. Thou will keep him in perfect peace. Because it tells you in Isaiah 33, wisdom and knowledge shall be thy stability. All right. Our stability in those times, right? Well, again, Isaiah 26:3 says, thou will keep him in perfect peace. Because you see, Lord willing, we're of that number. We're going to have a peace of mind. We're going to be all right. We're going to be straight. Like I said, hey, and again, because this past Saturday after camp, after we parted ways and on my way home, I told the brothers about how, hey, I witnessed some judgment, man. Because these niggas on these motorcycles, man, and they be driving fast for no reason, popping willies and just doing dumb shit. Well, hey, the Lord clipped one of them niggas. All right, he's got to be in the spiritual realm. He had a helmet, but I don't think that did enough. He's got to be in the spiritual realm right now. But you see, because just the point that I want to make, because I witnessed this. I saw with my own eyes. Do you think I shed any tears? No, I didn't. I slept like a baby. And it might sound harsh or cruel or whatever, but hey, we got to be numb to what we're getting ready to see out here, man. What we're getting ready to witness, we have to be numb to it, completely numb to it, because hey, if not, you're not going to make it out here. What's getting ready to go down out here, you're not going to make it. You see, the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah is not in you. You're just simply not going to make it out here, man. But to the hopefully elect, hey, we're going to have a peace of mind. Like I said again, Isaiah 26:3. Thou will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee. So you see, man, if we're putting our best foot forward, right? Like it tells in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, all those that truly, sincerely trusted in Yahweh Shema Shai, called on his name, the Lord didn't leave him looking confounded. He didn't have him looking stupid. You see, so if we just, continue to do our part to the best of our ability, man, put our best foot forward in sincerity and in truth, then hey, the Lord's going to keep us in perfect peace. We're going to have a peace of mind. Hey, because going back to Jeremiah, man, hey, you're going to have grown women. Like I said, you think George Floyd was bad. Listen, you're going to have grown men crying for their mama, man. George Floyd wasn't nothing compared to what's getting ready to go down out here. You see? So back in Jeremiah 30:6, it says, ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. And again, obviously men don't have children. All right? Or excuse me, men don't get pregnant. All right? It said, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So you see, men being compared to women, man. Men being bitch made. You see? Because of the things that's getting ready to happen out here, hey, these pookies and ray-rays, these wannabe gangbangers, wannabe tough guys, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai is about to turn these niggas out. He's about to turn these niggas out. Let me see if I can find this precept real quick. Because this is what it's going to have to take for Yahweh Shema Shai to get some respect on his name. All right? So just bear with me real quick. Because this is precept, and I don't want to completely butcher it. But basically, like I was saying, judgment, man. That's the only way these people are gonna get it. It's through the judgments of the Lord, man. That's what it's gonna have to take. But I can't find it. No, I can't find it. I think it's either I could be in the wrong place, but because I think it's in either Psalm or Proverbs. But matter of fact, let me check this out real quick. No, that's not it. I can't find it. But that's the only way these people are going to learn. It's gonna be through the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shai. And again, what Yahweh Shema Shai is getting ready to pour out upon this place. Hey, a lot of strange activity, a lot of strange things are getting ready to go down out here, man. You know. But nevertheless, moving on. I'm sure it'll come back to me later on. I'm gonna go to this because again, and the year started out with this. I keep forgetting his name because I don't keep up with the sports or anything like that. But the NFL player, that's how the so-called New Year started off. This guy collapsing on the field, which I did a video on that. It was pretty much a psyop. But nevertheless, be prepared to see mass death, man. Because again, going back to this with this so-called zombie attack or whatever they're calling it. Esau, hey, he's gonna do something, man. There's been reports of them putting up these antennas, mainly in the hoods predominantly where Jake dwells. Not to for YouTube algorithm's sake, not to get too into it. Again, people that took that jump shot, all right. A lot of us believe that when they activate those, those things, all right. Hey, man, whatever. Because I saw a quote. It's funny because the quote went something along the line of, because again, we talk about these things and people they say we're crazy conspiracy theorists and all that. Well, hey, the quote went something along the lines of, hey, we could take our tin hats off, because with the tin hat that basically alludes to you being crazy, being a conspiracy theorist or whatever, right? We could take our tinfoil hat off, but hey, can you take the I'll say the fibers, can you take those out, from those jump shots? No, you can't. You see, this is why people that have taken that thing, they're all jacked up. And again, not to get too into it, but just prepare to see more and more bodies start collapsing, man. I'm gonna get this as Zephaniah 1. Well, that's the spirit, because the one I read in Jeremiah 30, that's not what I wanted. So that's the spirit that led me here. Because I want to read verse 17, but I want to read verse 14 first. Zephaniah 1 and 14. It says, the great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. So you see, that's what I wanted. The water Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? Because like I said, we would talk about this before camp this past Saturday. About how, hey, you're going to be somewhere doing whatever, and you're going to hear some bitter scream, wailing. You think it's going to be a woman getting raped, but it's gonna be a whole grown ass man getting raped, man, getting turned out. You see, man, that's crazy. That's funny, man. But hey, hey, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, these people they got to find out. They got to find out. They got to find out the hard way. You know, and it said the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. So hey, the Lord's about to these so-called men out here, man, because these men these so-called men, they're not men. These simp beta males. The Lord's gonna turn these niggas out, man. All right, crying for their mama. Reading on, it says, well, jumping down to verse 17 to the point, it says, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. Because you see, all right, it's gonna be straight up confusion, because again, here it is, people thinking everything's sweet, man. You see it, the scriptures say, man, that day's gonna catch these people like a thief in the night. And when it's all said and done, man, these people aren't gonna know what the hell to do. It's gonna just be mass confusion, and and we also touched on this past Saturday, man, about how, like, hey, with Noah, it said, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, because no man knows the day nor the hour, but hey, going back to Noah, he didn't know that day was going to be the day. The Spirit had it to where Noah and those 8 souls were they were on the ark. All right, so Noah, he thought it was just business as usual. He thought it was just, it was going to be another day in the office, so to say, until that ark closed, until the door slammed. I'm sure they probably heard a big slam or something, and it started raining. You see, man. Likewise, to us, hey, like I mentioned before, man, it's just going to be another day. We're probably going to be getting ready to do a video. Probably going to get ready to go to camp or something. But it's just, to us, it's going to be another day in the office, business as usual. And then something's going to happen, and this is going to be like, oh shit, yeah, this is. Because I think it was Apostle Tahar. One of the apostles mentioned this. I think it was Apostle Tahar. He mentioned how in that day we're not going to question, is this Jacob's trouble? No, we're going to know. Yeah, we're going to know in that day. So whatever happens, when it happens, we're going to know, like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. It's going down, baby. And just like Noah, hey, we're not going to look so crazy in that day. We're not going to look so crazy in that day. You see, because again, it's going to be just, like I said, business as usual for us. Well, hey, like it tells you with Noah, man, they were partying, marrying, drinking. It was just business as usual. Another day in the life, right? So it's going to be business as usual to us, business as usual to these people. But hey, something's going to happen to where it's going to be like, oh shit, and then that's going to be all she wrote from there, So again, Zephaniah 1:17. And I will bring great distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. So you see, there's going to be, because like I quoted, bodies from one end of the earth to the other. All right. And I remember doing a video on this back in 2020, man, about how, I forgot where it was, but basically so many bodies were dropping, so many people were dying that they didn't have enough. The cemeteries were being overwhelmed. They didn't have enough coffins of, enough space. Well, hey, the whole world, especially speaking specifically about America, America's going to be one big cemetery. All right. You see, because there's going to be so many bodies dropping. America's just going to be one big cemetery, man. There's bodies everywhere. Death is going to be very common in the very near future. Again, like I said, with this silent epidemic that's going on right now, with the people collapsing all of a sudden, and that's a lot, man. It's, and again, no, mainstream media is not talking about this. People are just collapsing all of a sudden, and but that's nothing compared to what we're going to start seeing here in a hot second. Bodies going to be dropping left and right, north, south, east, west, all directions, man. You see, like I said, it's going to be blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung, man. It's just going to be bodies everywhere, man. It's going to be very common real soon to just see dead bodies 1 or 2 dead bodies. It's gonna go from 1 or 2 dead bodies in the middle of the sidewalk to piles of bodies, man. You know, and you might be with your rib, might be with your children. It's gonna be a common thing. That's going to be, you talk about the new normal. It's gonna be, the new normal is gonna be seen just walking past dead bodies, the smell of the corpses, birds in the air, and buzzers and feeding off the death. That's gonna be the new normal here very soon. You see, and this is what we got to prepare our minds for, man. Because like I said, it's gonna have to be a certain spirit on us to be able to deal with whatever is getting ready to happen. We're gonna have to have a certain spirit. The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah is gonna have to be on us, man, because it's gonna get crazy. Like I mentioned, going back to the accident that I witnessed. All right, it held me up for a few minutes, and everyone was all bugging out and freaking out, like, where's the body? Where's it? Because it was pretty bad. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. There's one thing to see these things, because they have these different websites, gore websites, where you watch beheadings and all that stuff. It's one thing to see it out on the internet. It's another thing to witness some tragic shit in real life, in real time, with your own eyes. And like I said, I ain't never seen no shit like that before. But hey, through the spirit of the Lord, hey, like I said, I didn't lose sleep. And it may sound harsh, cruel, or whatever, but hey, it's why, like I said, we have to be numb. The Lord is making us numb. He's hardening us, man. See, because it's going to take a real stern spirit, a strong stomach to be able to stomach what we're getting ready to witness out here. You see, man. But hey, it is getting ready to go down out here. Yahweh Shema Shah has some shit in store for this place. Boy, does the Lord have some things in store for this place. But Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Shema Shai brought a thumb to you, hopefully elect. Lord willing, until next time, shalom.